Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video here on the XDC. Xinfin was the previous name, I believe, and now it's just called XDC Network. I'm going to do a full update technically on this project. I've looked into the fundamentals, and I've been in this crypto space for years and years, so obviously I do know XDC. I have made videos on this in the past, and I have also traded this. However, I don't know enough about the fundamentals to talk too much about that. All right, so that's not what we're going to be talking about. We'll mostly focus on the technicals. I personally believe, and some of you might disagree with me on that. That's possible, but I personally think that that's everything you need to know regarding the news and regarding the fundamentals is already incorporated in the price, or at least it is being it's being priced into the price. So yeah, that way I think, and I know a lot of traders do this. You don't really need to know about all the news that's coming up. You do need to know that news is coming up, but you don't need to know what specifically is going on, because the price tells you that story. But we'll focus on the technicals. Was requested by someone, so if you're new to the channel, even though it's not always possible for me to make videos on all the requests, but if it's a reasonable request and more people are actually interested in that, I will try to make videos that people request, right? And I believe XDC still has an amazing and pretty big community out there. So just wanted to give you my thoughts on the current situation. So, looking at XDC, this is the daily time frame. First of all, we have lost the uptrend. All right, you could still argue until the 1st of February, before that whole trade war crash. You could still argue that we were in an uptrend, as you can see right here. I mean, we respected the trend band and we were holding that. But after that, and after failing to hold this major key level between 10 and 10.5 cents, I think we have not necessarily turned bearish. Maybe we have turned bearish. It's hard to know. But at least we created this sort of blow off top right here, and we have dropped back down into the same area which we were in between the beginning of December and the middle of January, which is between this major key level right here at 10.5 cents, and then all the way down right here is major support level between 7 and 6.5 cents. And then you have a bit of a liquidity zone right here at 8.8 cents, which we are holding right now. And that is also the main level that I wanted to talk about in this video. Because so far, I mean, XDC over the last couple of days has not really moved that much. And it's very correlated, for example, to XRP right now in its price action. I mean, if you compare XRP's price action since last week Thursday with XDC, it's massively correlated. I'll tell you that. But the big question is well, all right, it's not necessarily the end of the world dropping down below 10 and 10.5 cents, right? I mean, dropping back down into this range, it's not that bad. And you can also see, can you actually see that? I'm not sure if you can actually see that. You can actually see that we're still holding around the POC. That's this dotted yellow line. And what happens sometimes is that if you have a range, so let me draw this out. What happens sometimes is you have this range, price goes up and down in that range, it breaks out, and then it becomes a fake out, which is basically what we've done right now. It finds support at the POC right here, and then it goes back up. All right, so that is still a possibility for XDC right here. However, what we would need to do then is we would need to break back above 10.5 cents right here. And that's the main question, all right? Do you think that this is realistic? And if the answer is yes, then we'll break out above this and we'll be back at 14 or 14.5 cents before you know. I personally, it's a price prediction in the end. I think the fundamentals are too unstable around the markets. I do not see a lot of bullish momentum for XDC. We had a lot of volume coming in yesterday, so that's a bit of a sign that we can actually get that momentum going. But even that volume brought us to 9.5 cents, and we don't only need to go higher, we need to break out above higher. So we'd need much more volume for that. I don't see that volume. I don't really see any reason why we would have so much volume for XDC. So getting up to that level, I do expect. However, unfortunately, I think it's more likely that we will consolidate in this area on top of 8.5 cents. And then, sure, if the fundamentals actually do develop in a more positive way for crypto, so if Bitcoin is able to break above 101,000, for example, then it's still possible we'll break above 10.5 cents and rally up higher. For now, I would say it's more likely that we'll actually drop down to this liquidity zone right here around 7.5 cents. And that's mostly because of the uncertainty and the potential bearish news we might encounter in the markets in the short term. But those are my thoughts. That's what I think you need to know for now. If you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. For now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.